Hi there, my name is Marie Suggett. I would like to share with you today some information relating to our access to higher education courses that we have to offer here at Kirklees College. In general, the access to HE courses allow entry into higher education to study a wide range of subjects at the undergraduate level. At level 3 here at Kirklees, we offer a Health Science Professions Diploma, a Humanities Diploma and a Social Sciences Diploma. And if you don't quite meet the requirements for our level 3 courses, we also offer a level 1 Progression to Further Education and Employment Diploma and also a level 2 Progression to Access to Higher Education Diploma. The Level 1 Progression to Further Education and Employment Diploma is a one-year full-time course offered at Huddersfield 2 to 3 days a week. The entry requirements are GCSE Maths and English at grade 2. You will have the opportunity to study a range of 14 units, including both interpersonal skills units and academic skills units, including developing interpersonal skills, developing personal confidence and self-awareness, and also you'll get a taster from some of the other more subject specialist units for our level 3 diplomas, such as how the body works, introduction to psychology, introduction to history, introduction to sociology, and young people, law and order. You will also have the opportunity to study GCSE English and Maths alongside this level 1 course, and your progression onto level 2 or 3 access courses will depend very much on achieving GCSE grade 4 Maths and or English. Alternatively, this course provides a good stepping stone for employment as well. The Level 2 Progression to Access to HE Diploma is a full-time one-year course at either Dewsbury or Huddersfield and is studied 2 to 3 days a week. For entry, you would need a minimum of GCSE English or Maths at grade 3. And again, you would study a range of units, including academic units, such as academic skills, interpersonal skills, and also some subject-specific units. So here we have using IT for study, academic writing, research skills, organisation and evaluation of study, prejudice and discrimination, understanding mental health, and physiology and exercise. So again, providing that taster onto level 3. You would also study one GCSE, either English or Maths, dependent on what you required alongside the level 2. And ultimately, that progression onto level 3 would be very much dependent on achieving the grade 4 at GCSE, whether that be Maths or English, dependent on which was required. So, our level 3 access to HE diploma in health science professions is offered either at Dewsbury or Huddersfield 2 to 3 days a week and is a one-year full-time course. Entry requirements are that you need to be at least 19 years of age and have a minimum grade 4 in English and Maths, and English literature may also be accepted. Additionally, if you're looking to go into teaching, you may also require a grade 4 in science. You will study on the health science professions, a range of biology, psychology, sociology and academic skills units. Common progression pathways into HE include nursing, that might be adult, child, mental health, midwifery, paramedic science, radiography, operating department practitioner, dental health and hygiene, or alternatively the course might also provide a stepping stone for your desired career pathway rather than into higher education. Unfortunately, it's not an option to study GCSEs alongside the level 3 diploma due to the intensity of the course over the 1 year. It is also your responsibility for checking your entry requirements prior to starting with your relevant HE Institute. Our Humanities Level 3 access to HE Diploma is again 1 year full time, 2 to 3 days, but only offered at Huddersfield. Entry requirements are very similar to health science professions. You need to be at least 19 years of age and have a minimum of grade 4 in English or English literature, and ideally maths at grade 4. Again, checking that science GCSE grade that's required if you're looking to go into teaching. You'll study a range of subject-specific units, such as English language and literature, history, media, and academic skills units. And progression pathways include teaching, English, history, film and media, creative writing, and law. And these are not only at our local universities, but lots of students also progress to universities further afield. Do also please check the requirements that the University of Interest requires. And again, like with the health science professions, due to the demands of the course, we do not offer the option to study GCSEs alongside our Level 3 Humanities Diploma. Our Level 3 access to HE Diploma, our Social Sciences pathway, is a full-time 1 year course offered at both Huddersfield and Dewsbury over 2 to 3 days. You need to be at least 19 years of age and have a minimum grade 4 in English or English literature, and ideally that grade 4 in maths also. You would study a range of sociology, psychology, media, history, and also academic skills units to prepare you for higher education. Common progression pathways into higher education include social work, youth work, psychology, sociology, criminology, counselling, undergraduate degrees, and also mental health nursing. Note that you can also progress to mental health nursing with health science professions or this social sciences level 3 pathway. Again, it's not an option to take GCSEs alongside the access course, and all applicants are advised to take responsibility for checking those entry requirements.
We have many success stories here at Kirklees College. Here is Susan Armitage, a lady who has left school at 16 with minimal qualifications and has fantastically achieved a first-class honours degree in history. We've got many other successful stories of students progressing on to undergraduate courses such as nursing, midwifery, paramedic science, criminology, and more recently, students progressing onto new courses such as policing and investigation. Some excellent achievements. And new for September 2021, we have an access to HE Level 3 in Science Diploma. This will be an excellent opportunity for those that wish to progress onto HE in subjects such as pharmacy, radiography, audiology, nutrition, and also core science.
Thank you very much for listening. Should you have any questions, please post them in the chat and we will do our very best to answer them for you.
Okay, I hope you found that useful, and we've got Tina from the teaching team available to answer the questions that you've been typing in. Just a reminder, if you could help me with the questions and Tina with the questions by putting in the course area that it relates to, that'd be useful. Are we ready to go, Tina? Yep, brilliant. Okay, so somebody who's got no GCSEs, what would be the best option for them to get to university as quickly as possible?
Okie doke. Well, it's sometimes, it's not about doing it as quickly as possible, even though I know we all want to do it and we need to do it now. Sometimes, we do have to take time so that you're ready and you're prepared for study at university level. So we have the level 1 It's a progression pathway. So you'll study level 1 and you'll look at the introductory subjects that we cover in Access. You'll take both GCSEs alongside the level 1 progression diploma. There is a possibility that you could get the grade 4s needed within that first year. You could then skip level 2 and jump straight to level 3, and then obviously you go on to complete university the following year. But again, I think the quick way is maybe not necessarily the right way of saying it, to be honest.
Okay, somebody's interested in level 2 and will need to resit maths. Okay. Is the maths on the same day as Access? I'm not sure if you know that yet.
I'm not too sure. They do normally, they make sure that it's not separate, you know, so you're not like attending for half a day here and half a day there. They do try and make sure that it's practical in the sense that, you know, you still got to live your life and possibly work alongside it as well, you know. So unfortunately, we don't know really quite yet what the timetable is going to be.
Okay, the next one is on health sciences. Are there exams in this?
There is 2 exams within the biology modules, and they're literally a part of an assessment. So they are just one assessment of normally of a block of 4 that you would complete. So when you are offered obviously support and whatnot, but there's no end of year exams like you would normally get in a traditional A-level or a traditional GCSE qualification.
Okay, thank you. And then somebody's just come back on that level 1. And what's the difference then between doing the level 1 and just resitting your English and maths?
Well, the level 1, obviously the students that have done it, it's going to be the 3rd year that's going to have run, and it gives you that introduction to study the topics that you're going to be looking at, because it's obviously not, you're going to be looking at a wider range. You're going to do a little bit of biology, a little bit of psychology and sociology, and a range of topics, and it offers you that the study skills, the introduction to study skills that you need to go on to be successful at university, because that's the end goal that, you know, that you're after really.
Okay, I'm looking at level 2 and I'm in my 40s. Will I be the oldest in the class?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Age is but a number, I might definitely say. We have a wide range, you know. I think the oldest lady this year, I think she's 54, you know, and she fits in really well, but we have a wide range. Definitely, it's not all just young people at all, you know. Okay. But definitely not the oldest.
Level 3 health sciences, how often am I in college?
Well, that can depend if it's Dewsbury or Huddersfield. If it's at Pioneer at Dewsbury, it's typically over 2 days, so everything's into 2 days. Whereas Huddersfield, you will have a choice normally within but it is a 3-day period, well 2.5 days, but obviously over 3 days. But there is different groups you can choose as and when you enrol.
I'm guessing that means the Huddersfield one, well, whichever's the shorter number of days is the longer day.
Yes, so it's very much compact. You've got to be prepared to have, I think it's about 8.5 hours of biology, for example, you know, so.
And then actually possibly linked to that is, does timetabling fit around childcare?
Ooh, well, we do start at 9 o'clock. I would like to say it does. We would all like to say yes, we're flexible around childcare. But then obviously suppose that the day at Huddersfield would be more suited because it is spread out over that 3-day period, and they do have the later start times, whereas Dewsbury obviously it is very set that it has to be a 9 o'clock start. But again, flexibility. Not necessarily really that much. I think it's 9 o'clock is the early start that we do.
Okay. We've got a student studying ESOL level 2 and maths level 1. What would be the starting point?
A starting point would literally be level 1 progression, because obviously you'd need to still go on and study the GCSE level 2. Maths and English. Don't get me wrong, some universities do accept functional skills level 2 for maths or English, you know, but again, that's really specific. But the aim, I suppose, is to get the GCSEs, really, the grade 4s. But it'd be level 1 progression.
I think this same person's just typed in that have a NARIC qualification in bachelor's. I think we'd need to see that qualification, wouldn't we,
Yeah.
Tina, to then work out the right level.
Yeah. What we normally ask them to do is we normally ask you to email the universities a copy of your NARIC breakdown and then ask them, and we would normally ask for evidence that they're willing to accept your qualifications. Essentially, that's how we normally do it.
Okay. It's a bit of how long's a piece of string. Do you think we'll be in the classroom by September 2021? Right.
I very much hope so, but then, you know, I mean, I think we're getting a bit of a dab hand at this virtual learning thing now, and I think if anything, we can only be positive from it, that it's made, you know, it's opened up more of a flexible learning, the fact that resources are easily accessible, you know, and students have got advanced computer skills from doing a lot of work online. So it's not all been negative. However, I do like the classroom. So
do universities accept the access for midwifery, and how does it compete? How does it put you instead with A-level students?
Well, I mean, so far this year, I think we've got a total, I think it's 12 midwives with conditional offers this year, considering there's only 20 places at Huddersfield. You know, I think that they know, hopefully they do know the calibre of student that we send. The access course is a 9-month period of where you're literally getting ready, and they know that you are academically ready for study. Again, A-level students, you know, they tend to be the traditional younger student, and there's obviously nothing wrong with that, but then a lot of our students are that little bit older with a little bit more life experience. So it certainly doesn't work against you. If anything, I would definitely like to say that it works for you, being an access student.
Okay, if I do the level 2 and don't get my English again, does that block progression to level 3?
Not necessarily. It's we normally look at it on a case-by-case basis. There'd have to be a lot of factors that would play into that. You know, how far off were you on the missing of the grade? You know, there's all sorts of things. So I wouldn't like to say either way. But again, it's best to try and get those GCSEs, because once you've got them, you've got them, you know. But again, it's a case-by-case basis.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I can help you with this one. Do I need to apply for the course, and is there a deadline? Yes, you need to apply if you apply via the college website. We don't have a deadline, however, demand for these courses is very popular. So the sooner you apply, the more chance we've got of being able to look at your application. Students who are waiting for any exam results, say for Maths and English, would get a conditional offer anyway on the outcome of those results. But yeah, ideally apply now to be able to guarantee a place. This is around fees. I'll try and help you, Tina. Is the government paying 5,000 non-repayment fees for the HE diploma, or is it the student that have to pay? It's around the refund, I think. All
right. So what tends to happen is the government will fund everybody's first level 3 access to HE diploma. Everybody's, and then what happens is if once you get your place confirmed at university and then you complete your degree, that then amount is then refunded, if that makes any sense. So it is like you are still paying for it, because obviously you're still liable, especially if you don't go on to university from the access course. Once you hit that, I think it's 25, I think it is now, £1,000 a year, you have to start paying it back. But yeah, so it is, student fees do cover it. Like I say, anybody's first access course. So.
Okay, for that person, there's a lot of information on the Student Finance website, National Student Finance, or if you go onto the college website to the Student Finance page, there's some email addresses for people that can give you much more detailed information than myself or Tina. Are A-levels needed to do level 3 health science? I'm guessing that's the access health science.
So do you need to have A-levels before?
Yeah.
No. just GCSE maths and English, and a science preferably if you're looking at midwifery. It's not always a necessity, but they do, you know, sometimes they do ask, especially I think Leeds do. Salford can also do that as well, but again, they do take a lot of things into consideration. But if you are wanting to go on and do those competitive courses, always check to, and I guess the universities are used to getting an email from students to say, listen, what do I need to get this? Don't just take my word for it, you know, email the universities just to check. It sets your own mind at rest, you know.
Okay, somebody's asking, it's back to the timetable, and I don't think at this point you can answer it because they're asking for official times and days, but I think you work with the students, don't you, to look at their time, which... Yeah,
we normally have, if it's Huddersfield, we normally have 3 groups for health sciences, for example, and there's 3 different days or groups of days that they can have, and they would get a choice for that. So, for example, we've got one group's on a Monday, Wednesday and a Friday, another group's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the other group, I think it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So they're quite, you know, they are quite varied. So hopefully that helps.
That's okay. I think I answered this earlier. How many places are available on health studies at Huddersfield?
Oh, Huddersfield, that was to do with midwifery at university, wasn't it? To be fair, again, I'm not too. I mean, we normally work 20 to a class, with 3 groups for health sciences, but you know there is the option to have more. So I can't answer that, to be honest. But there is always ends up a waiting list at the end of the year, so it's always best.
I think that's the key thing, isn't it, Tina? When the team are timetabling, they'll look at the different access courses, and if one's down, they can put another one up. Yeah. But usually you do find there's high demand there, so get your applications in early to be able to get a place.
And that's it. And then also, if you do get it in early, you know, you will have the option then to choose what days are preferable, you know, the options that you get, rather than being, well, we've only got places left on the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday group, for example. Gives you more options if you apply early.
Okay. Level 2, somebody's asking how long it takes to complete.
12 months. Academic year. We typically start, I mean, when I say 9 months with the access courses, because it's just slightly shorter than an academic year, which I suppose level 2 works the same. We start in September, and we are normally finished teaching for around about the end of May. But then obviously every grades and whatnot are confirmed by the end of June. So it's typical academic year, really.
Okay. Many exams in level 2?
None, I don't know. There isn't any, I don't think. There might be, I think, actually, I know I'm lying, there is one, but it's not an endpoint exam. It's not a linear type like GCSEs.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just trying to go through, because if you do, somebody's asked about car parking, I can answer that for you. At Huddersfield, there is no free car parking during the day. But if you're on an evening class, there is a car park that's first come, first served. As staff leave it, students can try and grab places in that. But during the day, unfortunately, no, there isn't. Are all lessons at Dewsbury in the Pioneer Centre, Tina?
They are, yeah. Nice brand new classrooms with nice new big, interactive boards that are great to use.
Okay, so that is all the questions that have come through. I hope everybody found that useful. If you'd like to attend another one of our virtual open days or watch previous events, then you can visit our website www.kirkleescollege.ac.uk and go to the virtual open days page. On there you'll be able to book onto future events, look at general presentations and watch videos of all our centres. If you have any further questions, then you can email info@kirkleescollege.ac.uk or you can telephone 01484 437 070. Both those, the address and that telephone number, are on the website. Somebody from the information team is available until 8 o'clock tonight to deal with any questions, and the line will reopen in the morning as well. A recording of this presentation will be available on the website in the next few days. I hope you found it useful. Thank you for attending.